The first suture we're going to learn how to place is a simple interrupted suture. This can come in handy, especially in the office, because they are easily placed on the skin on the outside. For that purpose, I chose a 3-0 nylon suture, which is a permanent suture that is usually will have to be taken out in 10 to 14 days, depending on where we place it. Placing these sutures, we have to keep in mind that the knot needs to be on the outside. To place a knot on the outside, we would have to start with the side that is to the right of where the suture needs to be placed. Using the forceps, this is an Adson forceps. Using the forceps with the left hand, you lift up the tissue just to be able to see it clearly. Take a good bite, then with the left hand, the needle can be passed through. It's important to pass some of the suture through so it doesn't tear through the tissue later on. Then the needle is held in the needle holder again. Then move on to the left side of the incision. Take about an equal and equidistant bite. And then again pull the needle through with the forceps. Pass that through. And this is where it becomes important not to pull through the tissue too much to avoid tearing, so it has to be done gently. To place the knot, you place the needle holder in the middle, form the first loop and the second loop, then grab the tail end on the other side. Now it's important that if the tail end is on the right side, it has to be pulled to the left side to make a full circular knot, which we will call a first throw of a square knot. Then the needle holder goes again in the middle to complete a second throw, grabbing the tail on the other end and bringing it back to the right side. This completes a full suture, which is a square knot simple interrupted suture. Throwing a third throw always can reinforce these nylon sutures, always going back and forth. Usually for nylon sutures, I place about 4 or 5. And once I know that these are done, and I want to have my assistant help me cut the tail of the suture, I have to make sure that I keep it long enough so that it doesn't unwind.